Long before media mogul Bob Pittman dreamt up MTV, he dreamed of flying. He got his ticket when he was 16 and now has 6,500 hours logged and an ATP rating. He's on his third Falcon, a 900, and he is a true believer in the machine.
As a pilot, there's no plane that comes close to a Falcon. And I have friends who have other kinds of planes, and I go, look, you may enjoy that cabin in the back, but if you were sitting in the front, you'd want a Falcon. It flies like a sports car. I've had 3 Falcons, and I'm permanently in the Falcon family.
But even Falcons can squawk. And in October, Pittman learned that lesson on a red-eye from Teterboro to Milan.
I'm in the back, sleeping, and I wake up and I come up and say, how's it going? And they go, well, we had an overheat, bleed air overheat, so we did the checklist, we're fine, and said, now the power lever's not responding, number 1 engine not moving, and so we may have to shut down the engine in flight.
As if to prove it always comes in threes, more trouble on final approach.
As we were landing, gear down, the gear doesn't come down. Now there are 3 ways to get the gear down on the Falcon, so they pull number 2 and the gear comes down. We land and say, isn't that weird? We had 3 problems here. I'm in Milan, I've got to go to London in 8 hours, and we call Falcon.
Good afternoon, Dassault Falcon Jet Command Center, Doug speaking.
Now, when you dial up Falcon, you get Falcon.
Number 2 engine, no dispatch.
24/7, 365.
Dassault Falcon service can come out to your aircraft.
The company staffs command centers with seasoned people who know their business.
Nearly everyone here has worked on Falcons at some point, if not fairly recently, at some point.
Jeffrey Chick is Vice President of Customer Service. He leads Falcon Response, a spring-loaded plan to deal with an airplane on the ground, the dreaded AOG.
No one likes AOGs at all, but it does happen. It's a fact of life. The philosophy is very, very simple. Our mission is to get the customers to complete their mission. Any type of technical need or logistical need comes into the command center and they take care of everything with 1 phone call.
Right next to the command center at the headquarters in Teterboro is the company's 2nd largest stocking station. There are $300 million worth of parts here for every Falcon aircraft, no matter the vintage. 10s, 20s, 900s, 2000s, and 7Xs. There are 10 other Falcon warehouses in the Western Hemisphere. And globally, the company keeps $800 million of Falcon parts on hand. This past year, Falcon Response went to a whole new level. A flight level, actually. The company now has planes and pilots hot-cocked to respond to an AOG in need.
Scramble 2, vector 270 degrees. Call GCI, button 7. Climb to Angels 35.
Well, actually, that's not precisely what it looks like. More like this. A Falcon 900. A pair owned by the company, one based at Le Bourget, the other at Teterboro.
And the right face check. 2020 green light.
That's where you'll find pilots Ron Haynes and Joseph Bailey on call to fly to an AOG,
Rotate V2.
ASAP.
We'll bring either a part to a technician or we'll bring technicians with a part, and we'll either wait on the technicians to fix the aircraft or we will drop them off and depart with the passengers if they need alternate lift to their destination.
Okay, and that's an important distinction. You not only provide the technicians and the part, but you also provide transportation.
This is the only program that provides alternate lift for the passengers on the spot.
Right. We can complete the mission for them.
Yes.
One way or the other.
Which is what happened to Bob Pittman, stranded in Milan.
The plane came down with the technicians in it, so they were there, and the plane took me to London and then Paris. And by Sunday, the plane was fixed, and we were ready to go, and off we went. And perfect. In literature, when you talk about the great story is when you put a protagonist under pressure. Because when you put the protagonist under pressure, you see what they're really made of. And I think the same is probably true of customer service. That you put the customer service under pressure, we'll see what they really are like, not what they say they're like. And every time I put Falcon under pressure, they've risen to the occasion.